Welcome children. This is Ipshita Gangopadhyay, teacher from Trinity International School. Students, today we will start with our first biology chapter, the plant life. You have been already taught about few things about plant in your previous lecture. So today we will start with modification of leaves on page number 5. So before that, I will just have a small glance of the previous pages that you have already learnt. So the chapter plant life, you have already learnt about the root system and the shoot system of plant. You can see the diagram over here. So you have already learnt about the root system and the shoot system of the plant. Shoot means the stem part and root means the root that is going underground. So this you have already learnt in your previous lecture, and then you have been already told about the shoot system, which has stem, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits, and root system you have the root. So these things you have already learnt. You have been taught about the structure of leaf also. So you have this leaf picture over here. You have already taught about the words such as the petiole, lamina, veins, midrib, axillary bud. These all are the parts of the flower that you have already been taught. You have another topic, that is types of leaves, that also you have already learnt. That is about the simple leaf and the compound leaf. Simple leaf means which grows from one node, see here, and this is a compound leaf where the lamina is divided into many small parts. Okay, so you can see from one midrib you have so many leaves coming out. Okay, here in one midrib you have only one lamina, that is one leaf. Can you see? So this is the difference between the simple leaf and compound leaf. So these two are the types of leaf you have already learnt. Now the next topic is about the arrangement of leaves. You have been already taught about it. That is, arrangement can be either alternate, can be opposite or whorled. Okay, so that means alternate means from one node you can see only one leaf is coming out. Can you see? This is an alternate arrangement. One node, one leaf, one node, one leaf. Okay, and in opposite one, from one node you can see two leaves have come up, and in a whorled arrangement you can see that from one leaf you can get one node, you can get so many leaves in a circular way. So it is called as whorled arrangement. So this also you have learnt. You have also learnt about the venation of leaves, that is the veins. Can you see the veins? Lines है जो बीच में आपको leaf के बीच में जो line दिखाई देता है, that also you have learnt. That venation can be either of reticulate type or of parallel type. Reticulate मतलब देखिए आप ऐसे रेटिकुलेट टाइप इसको बोलते हैं, जैसे नेटवर्क के जैसे आ रहा है वो, और पैरेलल में जैसे स्ट्रेट लाइन की तरह जा रहा है, जैसे बनाना लीव्स में यू कैन गेट द पैरेलल रेटिकुलेशन, एंड इन मैंगो, पीपल, ऑल यू कैन गेट द रेटिकुलेट वेनेशन. Okay, this also you have learnt. You have also learnt about the function of leaf. Now what is the main function of leaf is to manufacture food, to prepare food for the plant. Okay, so main function of leaf is to prepare food for the plant. So here also you have already learnt that for preparation of food the process is known as photosynthesis, where you use carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, which is the pigment present in the leaf, to get your glucose and oxygen. Glucose is nothing but it is the food. Okay, so food is the glucose. So here manufacturing of food is prepared in the presence of sunlight using carbon dioxide, and this process is called as the photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis, you need to have your carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll to prepare glucose and give out oxygen. Okay, so here function of leaf, first main function has been already taught to you, and second is the exchange of gases. Exchange of gases means how you can get carbon dioxide and oxygen from the plant. So plants take up carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen. So this process is through the minute pores called as stomata. So stomata is used for exchange of gases. And then your third function of leaf is the transpiration. Transpiration means to give out the extra water, whatever the plants have absorbed in the form of vapor through the stomata, that is the pores. And then this process of loss of water means from the leaves the water is going out, or the leaves are giving out water. So this is the process is called as transpiration. So this helps, the transpiration process helps the plant to keep cool. Okay, so that the plants can be kept cool. So all these things you have already done. So we will go for the next topic. Go for modification of leaves. So today we will start with this topic, modification of leaves. Already you know that leaves main function is to manufacture food. लीफ का मेन फंक्शन, लीफ क्या काम करता है? लीफ का मेन फंक्शन है टू मैन्युफैक्चर फूड. ओके, सो मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ लीफ, मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ लीफ ये टॉपिक में ऐसा हम लर्न करेंगे कि जो लीफ है, द मेन फंक्शन इज़ टू मैन्युफैक्चर फूड. इसके अलावा भी लीव्स का थोड़ा बहुत फंक्शन है, तो इसीलिए मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ लीव्स भी हम पढ़ेंगे. ओके, सो we will go for modification of leaf. So modification of leaf means क्या? Modification means to change the structure or shape of the leaf, to modify. ऐसा leaves कभी कभी क्या होता है, लीव्स अपने आप को थोड़ा बहुत अपना स्ट्रक्चर को चेंज कर लेता है. तो उससे क्या होता है, उससे उसमें एक मेन फंक्शन के अलावा और एक स्पेशल फंक्शन भी वो कर सकता है. तो यही चीज़ हम देखेंगे इस टॉपिक में. नाउ द okay, so now you can see this three diagrams, where you can see the first diagram is of tendrils, already I have shown you. The second is for cactus spine, and third one is the onion bulb having the scale leaves. So in this way, nature, these leaves have modified themselves for performing special function. Okay, so both the functions can be done, that is manufacture of food, and they can perform special functions also. Okay, so this is for your modification of leaves. So children, please draw the schematic diagram and just go through it. It will be easy for you. Now we will go for the next page, that is page number 6, where we have modification of leaves in insectivorous plants. Now what is insectivorous plants? The plants that trap insects is called the insectivorous plant. जो plant insect को खा लेता है वो plants को हम insectivorous plants बोलते हैं. So, where you can find insectivorous plant? Insectivorous plants are found where the soil is not rich in nutrients. So they need more nutrients, and for that they trap the insects. So insectivorous plants कहाँ मिलता है? जहाँ के soil में enough nutrients नहीं होते हैं, जहाँ का सॉइल में हमको इनफ फूड नहीं मिलता है वो प्लांट को, तब वो क्या करता है, तो फुलफिल द होल अमाउंट ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट इट ट्रैप्स. इसीलिए उसको क्या होता है, उनको ज़्यादा खाना चाहिए, तब वो क्या करते हैं, इंसेक्ट्स को खा जाते हैं. सो दैट जो सॉइल से उनको जो न्यूट्रिएंट नहीं मिल पाता है वो इंसेक्ट्स खा कर पूरा कर लेते हैं. सो द इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स आर प्रेजेंट इन द सॉइल वेयर द सॉइल इज नॉट रिच इन न्यूट्रिएंट्स. ओके, सो now see here I have written the insectivorous plants are present in soil not rich in nutrients. So in order to fulfill its whole food requirement, these plants trap the insects. तो अभी जो हमने पढ़ा है कि लीव्स का जो भी मॉडिफिकेशन है वो कोई स्पेशल फंक्शन के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. तो ऑलरेडी वी हैव डन द 3 स्पेशल फंक्शंस. नाउ वी विल गो फॉर मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ लीव्स इन इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स. इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स, in the insectivorous plants the leaves are again specially modified, okay, to trap the insect. इंसेक्ट को ट्रैप करने के लिए ये लीव्स को अलग ही तरह से, ओके, सो ये इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स का जो लीव्स है वो और स्पेशली डिज़ाइन होते हैं सो दैट दे कैन trap the insect. So the examples are the pitcher plant. You can have pitcher plant in nature where the leaves are like pitcher. Pitcher मतलब क्या होता है, वो पॉट के जैसे जिसका लंबा उसका मुंह रहता है ना, वैसे टाइप का. So pitcher structure to trap insect. They have pitcher structure. लीव का जो स्ट्रक्चर रहता है वो पिक्चर के शेप का रहता है to trap the insect. So whenever insect sits on these leaves, it have the special power to trap the insect. तुरंत वो क्या करता है, इंसेक्ट को अपने कब्जे में ले लेता है और उसका जो पिक्चर का जो माउथ रहता है उसमें एक लीड रहता है. वो तुरंत जैसे ही वो इंसेक्ट उस लीव्स के ऊपर बैठता है उस टाइम पे तुरंत वो क्या करता है, उसे खींच लेता है और वो जो उनके ऊपर जो लीड रहता है वो बंद हो जाता है. तो from there the insect gets inside the leaf and they get digested by the digestive juice that is secreted by the plant. तो जैसे ही इंसेक्ट वो लीव्स के अंदर गिर जाता है उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, डाइजेस्टिव जूसेस जो लीव्स प्रोड्यूस करते हैं वो उससे वो अपना इंसेक्ट को डाइजेस्ट कर लेता है और वही उसका खाना बन जाता है. ओके, नाउ सेकेंड वन इज वीनस फ्लाई ट्रैप. The second example of insectivorous plant is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap भी क्या करता है, वो भी इंसेक्ट्स को ट्रैप कर लेता है, लेकिन उसका जो लीव्स रहता है वो अलग शेप के रहते हैं. उनका लीव्स कैसे रहता है, पॉइंटेड हेयर ऑन इट्स एजेस. एज पॉइंटेड जैसा से दांत के जैसा रहता है. दोनों पॉइंट, जो लीफ का जो पिटियोल रहता है, फिर जो लीफ का जो लैमिना रहता है वो ऐसा फोल्ड हो जाता है. सो फोल्ड होने के बाद क्या होता है, वो ऐसे हमारा टीथ के जैसा हो जाता है और जैसे ही इंसेक्ट बैठता है उसमें तो वो खींच लेता है अंदर. सो वीनस फ्लाई ट्रैप इज अगेन वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स वेयर द insect sits and that get trapped inside the plant. Okay, then you have bladderwort. Bladderwort plant is another type of insectivorous plant where you have segments to form bladder. सेगमेंट्स रहता है, वो ब्लैडर बनाता है. जैसे ही कोई भी इंसेक्ट वहाँ पे आके बैठता है वो लीफ में, दैट टाइम दे अगेन ट्रैप दैट इंसेक्ट एंड दे डाइजेस्ट इट. सो यू हैव द पिक्चर्स ऑफ ऑल these three plants in your textbook. So you can see here the pitcher plant. Can you see, मटके के जैसा, ठीक है, जिसका नेक थोड़ा बड़ा लंबा रहता है वैसा वो मटका देखा. अभी इसके अंदर यदि इंसेक्ट बैठता है तो वो तुरंत अंदर की तरफ खींच लेता है और ऊपर का जो लिड रहता है वो बंद कर देता है. ओके, और यहाँ पे देखिए मैं बोल रही थी ना दांत के जैसा, देखिए ये दांत के जैसा लग रहा है ना, तो इसका जो लैमिना है देखिए फोल्ड हो रहा है, बीच का जो मिड रिब के वहाँ से फोल्ड हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे देखिए वो दांत के जैसे, इसके अंदर कोई इंसेक्ट चला जाएगा तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली दैट विल बी अ फूड फॉर द प्लांट. ओके, एंड यहाँ भी इफ यू कैन सी हियर द इंसेक्ट्स, दिस लैमिना इज देयर, सेगमेंट्स आर देयर, दे विल सिट हियर इंसेक्ट्स एंड ऑटोमेटिकली दे विल बी ट्रैप्ड बिकॉज दे हैव अ माउथ. यहाँ पे छोटा सा एक ओपनिंग है, वहाँ से इंसेक्ट्स अंदर की तरफ चले जाते हैं. सो दीज ऑल आर मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ लीव्स इन द insectivorous plants. Now on page number 6 you have vegetative propagation in leaves. Now what do you mean by vegetative propagation in leaves? That means any part of the leaves can give rise to a new plant. Okay, so vegetative propagation in leaves means any part of the leaf will give rise to a new plant. So you have been given with a leaf of bryophyllum, picture of bryophyllum leaf. Can you see this? Okay, now at the margins में देखिए, you can see the buds, that is a extra leaves. Can you see these buds? Okay, so all over the margin you have got this buds. Now whenever under certain condition these birds मतलब BUD birds, birds gets detached, मतलब ये birds ये लीफ में से थोड़ा भी टूट के गिर जाए तो यदि वो नीचे सॉइल में गिरता है तो दैट बर्ड विल गिव यू अनदर न्यू प्लांट. Okay, so bryophyllum leaves have buds which have the tendency to give rise to a new plant. So this is called a vegetative propagation. मतलब जो plant है उसके पार्ट, उसका जो पार्ट है वही पार्ट फिर से कोई नया प्लांट को डेवलप करता है और नया प्लांट को प्रोड्यूस करता है. So now if you see that I have given in a small chart type form, Now what I have written here is vegetative propagation in leaves. So if you take bryophyllum leaves, already you have seen the picture of bryophyllum leaves. So it has what? Birds. Birds. So you can write birds around the margin, that also you can write. Now these birds, when get detached from parent plant, they will give rise to birds develop into new plantlets. So जैसे ही वो बर्ड्स कभी भी अपने पेरेंट प्लांट से वो टूट के नीचे गिरता है तो वो सॉइल में जाके these birds develop into new plantlets. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड वेजिटेटिव प्रोपगेशन. वेजिटेटिव मतलब अपने ही पार्ट में से एक नया प्लांट प्रोड्यूस होना. ओके, so students, we will start with our next topic, that is on page number 7, flower. Flower is the reproductive part of plant, and flower is the most beautiful and colorful part of plant. Flowers are of different shapes, different sizes and different color. The function of the flower is to produce fruit and seeds. So these things about flower you already have studied in your lower class. So now in this class, the most important statement is flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Means from flower you can get another plant, because flower produces what? Flower produces fruit and seeds, and from seeds you can get a new plant. So it is called that flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Now if you see your diagram on page number 7 of a flower, you can see the parts of flower. Okay, so parts of flower, if you see here, you can see a stalk. Stalk means the part which is attached to the stem. So this stalk is also known as pedicel. This is also known as pedicel. Then you have receptacle. Receptacle means base of the plant. See here, ये वाला जो पार्ट है ये किसके साथ अटैच रहता है? स्टेम से. जब हम लोग इसको फ्लावर को तोड़ते हैं वो टाइम पे हम देख पाते हैं कि ये वाला जो पार्ट है ये स्टेम के साथ अटैच रहता है, तब हम इसको तोड़ते हैं. तो ये है स्टॉक, इसको बोलते हैं पेडिसेल. उसके बाद है ये वाला, ये पार्ट है योर रिसेप्टिकल और थैलेमस. Okay, receptacle part, base of the flower. Okay, then you have small green leaves like this. So this group of green leaves is called as the calyx, or this one green leaf is called as sepals. These are very small green leaves that are found at the base of your flower. Okay, so this is called as sepal. So group of sepal is known as calyx. Then you can have your colored part. You can see colored part over here. So this colored part is called as corolla, and this part is called as corolla, that is group of these petals. So one single one is called as petal, and the group of petal is called as corolla. So sepal means single green leaf at the base. The group is called as calyx, and petal, one petal, if it is in group, it is called as corolla. Okay, so you have got your pedicel, you have got your receptacle, you have your sepals, you have your petals. Okay, and inside it you can see that this thick stem like thing is there, isn't it? So this thick stem like thing is called as your carpel. It is called as the carpel, okay, or pistil also it is known as pistil carpel, and it is the reproductive part, so it is also called as gynoecium. Gynoecium, it is the female part of the flower. And then here also you can see some filament type structure. So this is your stamen. This is your stamen, which is also called androecium. Androecium is nothing but the male part, and this male part is having another two parts, that is a filament and anther. This is anther and this is filament. And in case of your gynoecium, that is the female part, you have another, this gynoecium is again parted. Three parts are there. They are stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, style and ovary. So I have given a schematic diagram of this parts of flower, so you can just have a look to that. Now you can see I have given a parts of flower, the schematic diagram. So pedicel is nothing but part that is attached to the stem. Then you have receptacle, that is the base of flower. So this is also a stalk and this is thalamus. And then you have your sepals. I have told you green small leaves at the base. So these sepals, group of sepals is called as calyx. And then you have your colored part, that is the petals. I have written here, see, colored part of the flower. So group of petals are called as the corolla. And then you have the filament like structure, small filament like structure called as stamen, which is also known as androecium. And this is the male part of the flower, and this is again divided into two, that is anther and filament. And you have the middle part. I have already shown you middle thick portion, so that is called a pistil or carpel, and it is also called as gynoecium. It is the female part of the flower, which is the reproductive part, and this is also divided into three, that is stigma, style and ovary. Okay, stigma, style and ovary. So these are the parts of flower that you are going to learn. Okay, so here you can also write as stalk, pedicel or stalk. Write down this also, pedicel and stalk, and as well as here you can write. Okay, so it is the base of flower. Base of flower. Okay, so this schematic diagram will be helpful to you to learn all the parts of the flower. Okay, so whatever terms and terminologies are used in this, I have written in this chart. Okay, so again we will just see that parts of flowers where you have the pedicel or the stalk, which is the part attached to the stem. Then you have receptacle, that is thalamus, that is the base of the flower. This is not clear, I think, flower. Just like flower. Okay, base of the flower. Then you have the green small leaves at base. These are known as sepals, and group of sepal is called as calyx. And you have colored part of the flower, that is the petals, and group of petals are known as corolla. Then you have a small filament like structure called as stamen, which is also known as androecium, and this is the male part, that is an male part of the flower, and this is again divided into anther and filament. Then you have another part, that is pistil or carpel, the thick tube-like structure in the middle of the flower, and this is also called as gynoecium, and this is the female part of the flower, and that is also divided into three parts, that is stigma, style and ovary. So please go through this chart, it will be helpful to you. Now if we go for parts of flower, these are the biological terms what we are using for the parts of flower. Now these parts are arranged in 4 whorls. Whorls means you already know that from one node so many leaves are coming out. That word you have come across. So the calyx is the whorl of what? Sepals. The calyx is whorl of sepals, and corolla is whorl of petals. Androecium is the male part of flower, and gynoecium is the female part of the flower. So these 4 are the main 4 whorls of flower. So here in your page number 7, this is called that these parts are arranged in 4 whorls or concentric rings. So calyx, I have already told, calyx is the group of sepals which is used to protect the inner part of flower during its budding stage. So this sepal, you can see the green small parts which is looking like leaves. So this is for protection of inner parts of the flower. Corolla is the second whorl of the flower which consists of petals. Petal means the colored part. ये जो petals है colored. So these petals are used to protect the reproductive part of a flower, and they give you what? They give you the scent which is attracting the insect, and they are always brightly colored, and because of this scent they attract insect like bees and butterfly, which helps in pollination. Pollination word, the meaning we will learn in next topic. Okay, so just have a look over here. So first whorl of flower is your calyx, group of sepals which is used to protect the inner parts of the flower, and second is your corolla. Corolla is nothing but groups of petals. Petals are what? Colored part of the flower which have scent also along with color, and they are for attracting insects which can help in pollination. Third whorl is about androecium. Androecium is the third whorl which is a male reproductive part, and it consists of stamen. Stamen is divided into 2, that is a filament and anther. I have given you the chart for this already. So this anther is having pollen grains. Okay, now you can see the picture over here. I have already shown you the main picture of the flower, and now you can see here anther. Can you see? This is the anther, this is the filament, and this whole thing is called as the stamen or the androecium. एंड्रोशियम देखो, इसका अलग दूसरा नाम क्या है? स्टेमेन. स्टेमेन 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड है, एंथर है और फिलामेंट है. फिलामेंट मतलब ये जो स्ट्रेट वाला पार्ट है. और एंथर में एंथर इज हैविंग पोलन ग्रेन्स. एंथर इज हैविंग pollen grains. Small grains are present inside this, and these grains, whatever is present here, is helpful in pollination. मतलब ये जो pollen grains है, यही जब दूसरे जगह दूसरे सॉइल में जाके गिरता है तो नया प्लांट आता है. ठीक है, तो next whorl is about gynoecium. Already I have told you that gynoecium is the female part of the flower. It is consisting of carpels. It is carpel or pistils. The other name is carpel or pistil. It is the innermost roll. तो outermost roll क्या था? outermost roll था सेपल्स का, कैलिक्स. फिर उसके अंदर वाला क्या था? पेटल्स का, कोरोला. थर्ड क्या था? थर्ड है एंड्रोशियम, मेल पार्ट. और एकदम अंदर क्या रहता है? जो थिक वन, this type of structure. So that is called as gynoecium, which is also called as carpel. Okay, so carpel is again divided into stigma, style and ovary. तो यहाँ पे देखिए, आपका यहाँ पे डायग्राम दिया हुआ है कार्पेल का, मोटा वाला जो हमने ट्यूब जैसे देखा था मेन पिक्चर ऑफ फ्लावर में. तो ये देखिए यहाँ पे ये है आपका कार्पेल. तो ये डिवाइड कितने में हो रहा है? स्टिग्मा, स्टाइल एंड ओवरी. स्टिग्मा देखिए यहाँ पे एक स्मॉल ओपनिंग दिखाई दे रहा है आपको, ये है स्टिग्मा. और उसके नीचे जो ये फिलामेंट टाइप का दिखाई दे रहा है उसको बोलते हैं स्टाइल. और अंदर देखो ये पॉट जैसा, बेली जैसा, पॉट बेली जैसा, वो उसको बोलते हैं ओवरी. Okay, so the carpel is also divided into 3 parts, and this is the female part, so it is called as the gynoecium also. Okay, now you have already seen that flowers are attached to the stem with the help of pedicel or stalk, isn't it? But some of the flowers are there, they are not attached to pedicel or the stalk, they are directly attached to the stem. उन लोग का कैसा रहता है? वो लोग का कोई ऐसा बेस नहीं रहता है, वो लोग के पास डायरेक्ट स्टेम से वो लोग अटैच होते हैं. सम फ्लावर्स डू नॉट हैव अ स्टॉक एंड आर कॉल्ड ससाइल फ्लावर्स. स्टॉक नहीं रहता है उनका, इसीलिए उसको क्या बोलते हैं? ससाइल फ्लावर्स. The whorls of the flower rise from tip of the pedicel, which is enlarged, and it is called as thalamus. तो pedicel जो बेस था, बेस के ऊपर हमने देखा था कि वहाँ पे क्या था? आपका रिसेप्टिकल था. रिसेप्टिकल का अलग नाम क्या है? थैलामस. मैंने सब कुछ आपको पहले वाले चार्ट में लिख के दिया है. सो प्लीज़ रेफर दैट चार्ट, यू विल be clear about all the parts. Okay, so some flowers which do not have stalk and are called as sessile flowers. So remember this properly. Okay, now you have an activity on page number 8, activity 1.7. you have to look for a hibiscus flower. hibiscus मतलब शू फ्लावर, जासवंत का जो फूल होता है, दैट इज़ अ वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ फ्लावर विच शोज ऑल द पार्ट्स ऑफ द फ्लावर प्रॉपरली. इसके लिए जो हिबिस्कस फ्लावर है, जो अपना जासवंत का फूल है, शू फ्लावर जिसको बोलते हैं, वो फ्लावर आपको किधर मिला तो आप उसको देखिए और उसका डिसेक्शन करके देखेंगे तो आपको हर पार्ट बहुत अच्छी तरह से दिखाई देगा. तो यदि आपके गार्डन में हिबिस्कस फ्लावर है, सो प्लीज़ गो थ्रू the activity and you will find all the parts in that flower. So here you have been given is take the hibiscus flower, observe the 5 green sepals, then you remove that sepals ekdam carefully, and then you can have your petals, that is the colored one. You can see the thin filament called pistils. Observe the top of the pistil, you will see knob like stigma, style. Now everything you will get. Okay, so just go through the hibiscus flower and you can see all the parts properly inside that flower. Now you have already learned about the reproductive parts of flower. That is, I have already told you that there are male part and female part of the flower. So main part is the androecium, which has what? Which has anther and filament. And the next part is your gynoecium, which is also divided into 3 parts, that is stigma, style and ovary. So I have already talked about the reproductive parts of the flower. So you in nature you can find two types of flowers. One is the bisexual flower and other is the unisexual flower. These flowers are separated on basis of reproductive part. Bisexual flowers have both मेल एंड फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट. कोई कोई फ्लावर होता है जिसमें मेल और फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट एक ही फ्लावर में हमको मिल जाता है. जैसे कि अभी हम लोगों ने हिबिस्कस फ्लावर में देखा था, उसमें बोथ मेल पार्ट एंड female part is present. So that type of flower is called as bisexual flower. But some of the flowers do not have both the parts present in them. They either have male part or have female part. So this type of flowers are called as unisexual flowers, and they are walnut, oak and hazel flowers. Walnut, you have already seen walnut, अखरोट जैसा वो, तो उसका जो फ्लावर होता है वो यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर होता है. आइदर इट मे बी मेल और इट कैन बी अ फीमेल पार्ट. ओके, सो this is about the types of flowers on basis of reproductive part. Okay, so see the schematic diagram. So you can see the type of flower on basis of reproductive part. So bisexual flower and unisexual flower. Bisexual flower has both male and female reproductive part. Okay, and either male or female reproductive part is there in this type of flower. So the example is hibiscus flower, and here example is oak, hazel and walnut. Okay, so this type of flower is based on the basis of reproductive part. So based on reproductive part, this is the names bisexual flower and unisexual flower. Now another type of flower can be seen on basis of number of whorls. Whorls means 4 whorls is present in the flower, that we have already seen, that is the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. So if all the 4 whorls are present in the flower, then it is called as a complete flower. And another is the incomplete flower, which may lack one or more of the 4 whorls. Okay, so all 4 whorls are present in the hibiscus flower, so it is called as the complete flower. And oak plant flower is lacking one or more of the 4 whorls, so it is an incomplete flower. So types of flowers are one is based on your reproductive part and one is based on number of whorls. So with this we have ended up with types of flowers. Now main function of flower, I have already told you that main function of flower is that it is the reproductive part of a plant, and it produces what? Fruit and seed, and seeds germinate and produce new plant. So main function of flower is that it is the reproductive part of plant. It produces fruit and seeds is for production of new plant. So you can again see the schematic diagram I have shown. Function of flower, it is the reproductive part of plant and it produces fruit and seed produce new plant. Okay, so with this we end up with flower. So next time we will go for our reproduction in flower or reproduction in plants.